Today we're checking out the new Fire TV Stick 4K Max streaming device by Amazon. This is the new 2023 model. I'm still using the one from 2021, so I'm curious to see if this one is better. This one has Wi-Fi 6E. I believe the older version only had Wi-Fi 6. Also has the ambient experience, where it's just gonna play photos or images of various things. Somewhat similar to the Google Chromecast if you've used one of those. This one has 16 gigabytes of storage. Also has Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. This one has an upgraded 2.0 gigahertz quad-core processor. This one also has 2 gigabytes of RAM, just like the regular Fire TV Stick 4K and the Fire TV Cube that came out earlier. You only get 8 gigabytes of storage with the regular Fire TV Stick 4K. It also has Dolby Vision, HDR, HD10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG. You've also got a USB cable and wall adapter, but just keep in mind, you can get away with just plugging this in to your TV USB port. You'll probably have to try it to see if it works. Nice to see they still include the HDMI adapter. Definitely makes it easier, especially when it's kind of hard to get into some areas. Comes with 2 AAA batteries. Good to see that as well. Looks like the Fire TV Stick itself might be just a little bit smaller this time. You can see they've got rounded corners now, so slightly different design. Sort of surprising to see micro USB still on here versus USB-C, but not a huge deal, I guess. Okay, as expected, looks like they've changed what's on the 4 buttons at the bottom. I assume they do that so you can tell which remote is which, so you can tell the difference between this one and the previous generation. Or maybe it's just these two. Worked out a better deal with Amazon, not really sure. Pretty much the same layout as the previous generation. Here at the top, you got your power, Alexa, directional button, home, back, menu or information, play, pause, forward, backwards, volume and channel controls, live TV button, settings, mute, and then your 4 shortcuts at the bottom. Feels like pretty good quality for the remote in my opinion. I do like this one better than the new Chromecast with Google TV as well. I feel like theirs is a little bit too small, where this one fits my hand pretty good. Now to get this hooked up, it's very simple. Just plug in the micro USB into the Fire Stick and then plug the other end into the wall adapter. Plug that into your nearest outlet. And then as far as plugging into your HDMI port, if you have any issues, I might switch it to a different one because I did have some issues with mine controlling the volume and power to control the TV. But once I switched the HDMI port, it worked just fine. Obviously, there's a lot of variables considering there's so many different TV models. It may turn out that you have to use the wall adapter depending on which TV you have. Once you hit the home button on the remote for a while, it should pair with your Fire TV Stick, and more than likely there's going to be some updates to do before you're able to use it. Eventually you'll see the boot up screen with the Fire TV logo, and then you can choose what TV brand you have. If it's not listed there, you can just pick any brand because you can change that later in the settings. You also have the option of free trial for kid-friendly content, and then it should take you right to the home screen where it's going to look very similar to other Fire TV Sticks or the Fire TV Cube. But that's pretty much it as far as setup goes. You've got a lot of different options to choose from there on the home screen. They also have quite a bit of stuff there in the free section. You can search from different categories. You have live TV, my stuff, and you'll see all of your installed apps there in the center towards the right. There's actually quite a few apps that you can install on here, even some music streaming apps. It's going to be very similar to other streaming devices out there. All the way to the right is your settings, where if you go down below that, you can change things like notifications, account and profile settings, network, display and sounds, apps, equipment control, live TV, controllers, Bluetooth devices, Alexa, preferences, my Fire TV, accessibility, and help. It's pretty simple to add Bluetooth headphones, controllers under controllers and Bluetooth devices. You can also add parental controls on here as well. I think the Fire TV software is a fairly simple design. The main reason I like to use it is because I can link to my Fire TV Recast for recording local TV channels, but it sounds like the Fire TV Recast is going to be discontinued before too long here, so I'm not sure what I'll do after that. But now everything seems to be working pretty good on my Fire TV devices. This one also feels pretty snappy as far as just moving around the software, but I also feel like most of these products do at first, usually after using for a couple of months. Then you may notice some things pop up. I may have to do a follow-up video just to let you know how it's going. But this one definitely seems like a good value for the 2023 model, especially if you got the first and second gen Fire TV sticks. If you already have the 2021 version, I'm not sure if it would be a big enough upgrade to upgrade from that one. But like I said, we'll have to see how it goes the next couple of months.